In this video, I want to share with you how you can achieve better profitability and consistency on actual race day by just following my 3 simple rules, right? My name is David Kwan. I'm the editor at a website called winninghorse.com, right? So last week, on the 7th of June, right, I guess the results at racing at Shatin is a bit shocking, right? So where you rarely see any winners coming from the top jockey Zach Burton and also Moreira, right? And is dominated by all those apprentice jockey, right? So I think as usual, I make my own analysis and share it on YouTube and also on my Facebook group. But the results didn't turn out to be what I'm expecting, right? So it's just a bit disappointing after race one, but I am following a few rules, right? And I managed to turn a slightly profitable, right? And have a good and enjoyable racing day, right? So let me share with you what my first rules. So first of all, right, I know a lot of people might say that it's rubbish, right? You don't look at the numbers, don't look at the stats, right? But I think it's very helpful for me, and I have been doing it for many years, right? So basically, what you need to do on actual race day is to observe the track condition, the running style for the horses, the barrier, the jockey, and also the trainer, right? So I track this in an Excel sheet like this, right? If you have seen. So I have all these pivot tables, created in Excel just to look at how many winners, coming from each trainers, jockey, and like the how the running style is, the barrier position, even the horse number, right? So I look at all this information, right? So so immediately after race one, right? So I managed to look. Let's look at the result for race one, right? Um, Race one, yep. Race one, right? If you look at the results, right, basically for Great Sun, right, it's almost running in front pack and lead all the way, right? So I look at it, the horses coming from the back, right, like number 7 and number 9, right, and also number 4, is a bit like I feel a bit struggling, I can't even catch up the pace, and even my main recommendation on number 10 is also not going anywhere, right? So I from that point onwards, I'm just thinking, okay, maybe it's a front running style, right? Then I lost race one, right? But race two, I think I decided to skip, and I just want to observe. And then I look at the horse again. Okay, it's almost the same running style, right? So in the front pack, right, where the horse coming from behind, a bit difficult to finish, right? To run closer. So then I bring up my racing form, right? And which I download from a website called iRace. By the way, if you do not know where to download this racing form, I would suggest that you go to this website, irace.com.sg, and they provide very good informative information, right, on each horses, right? So let me go back to my analysis, right? So just start to look at race one again, like what are the horses that could be running in front, right, in the leader pack, right? So I look at it 4, okay, but 4, 1, 12, 3, and 8, right? So I look at it, okay, 3 is there, right? Then I go to race 2, and the horse that won race 2 is actually number 6, Magic Supreme, right? And again, right, this is just a guide, right, where you allow you to make some quick overview, right? um, who are the leaders, right? But in actual fact, it depends on what is the barrier like, like how they jump, whether they slow or not, right? All these factors comes in, right? So in race 2, I think I alerted my group members to say that um, something is not right, right? Changing some strategy. I'm looking at 7 and 8. At this stage, I'm not 100% sure that is front runner. Okay, so after this race, pretty much I think I can tell is going to favor front runner. So what happened in race three, right? So race three, I'm looking at let's go back to this racing form, right? Race three. Okay, number 11 is a front runner, right? So go back to my worksheet on race three. I think, yep, right. So I look at this horse, right, inside barrier, and initially I like number 12, but I think number 12 the running style is not suitable, right, in this case, right. So I ditch it, right. I'm just trying to look at all those front runners, right, and like number 8, and also it's not something I like, right. So let's go back to this, right. So 8 is here, right, but I think it's, if you look at my videos, I don't like this horse, right. I don't like this horse. Okay, so and let's go and look at number 11, right. So why I pick number 11, because in this race, this horse, right, not racing that much, like only 5 times for this season, compared to number 8, right, racing 11 times, right. Just bear in mind, right, the Hong Kong's racing season starts in somewhere near September and ends somewhere in July, right. So basically in this case, this horse has been running almost like 1 or 2 times per month, right. So this is not something I like, right. I like something fresh, right. So that's why I picked this horse, right. So that's where I managed to get my first winner, right. And if you go back to race 4, right, race 4 is 1008 meters, 300 meters, and this race I think my gut feel is that I should pass, right, because whatever over a mile or like 1006 meter and above, right, front runner is a bit subjective, right. It may not play a big um, how I say influence, right. So in this case, I think I still put some small bet in one of the horse. I can't remember which one, but I know that I'm not betting a lot, right? So I think like number 6, right, is still a front runner. Um, but I think I can't remember. I know that I recommended number 1, but I don't like it so much on that day because it's like racing 17 times this season. I think it's a bit over race, right? That's why I decided to ditch it, although I know it's a front runner, right? So anyway, the horse finished third, right? So if you look at it, the result is pretty close, but that if you go beyond a mile, right, the results could vary, right? So right now, let's go to race number 5, 1006, right? Look at it, Telecom Rocket. I think I'm playing Telecom Rocket in this race. Um, because it's one of my pick. Yep, it's one of my recommendation, and also it's a front pack runner running in front. Okay, let's see. Yeah, Telecom Rocket. I know this is running in front packs, right? So that's why I picked it. But I think in this race, I think it's pretty close. It's almost win the race, right? So I think like race 6, if not mistaken, 1,400 meter. I go for this one again, right? So I go for the front runner again. But I remember I didn't put too much on this horse, right? So because it's an apprentice jockey, I think I didn't expect him to win, right? I think my money is on, if not mistaken, is on which horse is it? I think it's on 12, I think. Yep, race 6. Uh, yeah, I think I'm on 12, right? But too bad, right? He didn't win, right? So it won by this horse, right? It's a bit unexpected, right? So let's go to, yeah, I'm on 12, right? Speedy Fei Fei, right? And then, but it didn't win, right? So it was beaten by 7. I mean, I just prefer a horse that racing, very little this season, right? And fresh, come back fresh, right? Like this one, right? So I think that's why I didn't manage to get number 7, right? Which is a very clear front runner over here, right? So race number 7. Yep, this race I got this horse, right? But again, it's just based on my own analysis, not because 1,000 meter again is not enough to lead as well, right? So I got this horse, but it's just random, this horse, because I just look at, okay, Alfie Chan is trying, and then this horse, okay, maybe it's right, but again, this one I wouldn't want to comment too much, right? Because sometimes it's just pure luck. I would say that this race I got it just pure luck, nothing else. So race number 8. Yep, this race I think I lost. I lost this race, right? So, but again, I'm going very small in the end, right? Because I already no clue. Some of them I'm not too sure, like in this case, right? Some of the front runner I do not like, so and then I just filter out. I don't really bet, right? So race number 9. I think this race also I think I didn't bet as well, if I'm not wrong. If you look at it, is a front runner, but I don't think this horse fall into my selection list, right? So it's a front runner again, right? Okay, and I got to be honest, I got my best win is from the last race, number 1, right? Because it's a clear winner to me, based on the running style, good barrier, jump straight away, lead all the way, right? Inside rail, save a lot of ground, you know. So this is the horse I think make me the most, right, for the whole day, right? Um, okay, so just back to my rules, right? If let's say you're not sure, just skip, right? And then also a simple rule is that if let's say you 3 races, right? After you bet 3 races, maybe like you start with a capital of $50 or $100, right? And you lost 3 races, and you can't even get a placing or a win. I think you better skip for the day, right? No, there's no point you continue betting. This is just my personal three rules. Um, and one more thing for you to take note is that a lot of people might say that yeah, calculation doesn't work, and then you there's no point you handicap, right? For me, whatever just works for you. I mean, just follow whatever works, right? And as long as you win, right, that's good enough. That's the strategy is good enough for you, right? Okay, so I just want to cover a few more websites where you can get some information. For example, if let's say you do not have those speed maps or whatever, right? Just go through the way, like, okay, look at the race line, running style, who is the running in front, right? And just check, this number 3 is running in front, number 4 maybe not, number 5 not, number 6, okay. That's just this is just a simple way of identifying the running style, right? And there's another way is to go to iRace, right? Click on the speed map, yeah, you can look at this, right? You can just tell you who is in front. And if you do not have access to website like this, right, you can still go to the official Hong Kong Jockey Club website, click on the Speed Pro, right? This one will tell you the speed map, you know. So I think, yeah, I think I should be able to share some good betting information, some of my race days experience with you. I hope you learn something, and if you have any comments and have any thoughts, right, feel free to reach out to me, just comment my videos, or maybe join my Facebook group and just comment, or just write to me, right? So just contact me, right? And I'm happy to discuss with you further, right? So I think that's all for me. Good luck and see you on the race day.